a little sobering reminder that as obsessed as we all are in the media with the Epstein files and all the commentary about how the closing of the case will fracture Donald Trump's base, how it will split the Republican ranks, well, two major polls came out this week showing that that's not the case at all. The truth is, the average voter just doesn't care that much.
I think this one surprised me a bit because of all these complaints online going after Trump and the Epstein files. You might think his approval ratings were going down with Republicans. If anything, they're going up. Republicans who approve of Trump, look at our CNN poll. The prior one, 86%. The one out this week, 88% were Republicans. How about Quinnipiac? The prior poll, 87% approve of Republicans. This week out, 90% with Republicans. If anything, Donald Trump's approval rating has gone up since this whole Epstein saga started. He is at the apex or close there too in terms of his popularity with Republican voters, Epstein files, complaints or not.
That said, we do need the powerful wrongdoers brought to justice, regardless of whatever links Epstein may have had to the intelligence community and their possible culpability in his criminality. And it was good to see President Trump call for a federal judge to release the grand jury testimony. The president posted, "I have asked the Justice Department to release all grand jury testimony with respect to Jeffrey Epstein, subject only to court approval. With that being said, and even if the court gives its full and unwavering approval, nothing will be good enough for the troublemakers and the radical left lunatics making the request." And talking about radical left lunatics, what a nice segue to Stephen Colbear. The unfunniest flog on television was sacked this week. Yes, the Trump deranged activist masquerading as a comic had his show cancelled by CBS. You know, I'd forgive Colbert for his lies and viciousness, for his loathing of more than half his countrymen and spewing endless venom if he was actually funny. But for years, CBS has unleashed on a dwindling audience an insufferable lefty who's about as funny as an ingrown toenail.
The vaccine.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It went on for some time. I've cut that mercifully short. No wonder that hot mess was losing $40 million a year. How can you have so many writers and producers and consistently produce nothing but trash? Even when Colbert had someone remotely funny and insightful on, and that was rare, he would go out of his way to shut them down. But his show did give us this beautiful moment, one that Colbert hated. Remember this exchange about the origins of the COVID virus with Jon Stewart?
What do you mean by it? Do you mean like perhaps there's a chance that this was created in a lab, there's an investigation?
A chance?
Well, oh my God. If there's evidence, I'd love to hear it.
There's a novel respiratory coronavirus overtaking Wuhan, China. What do we do? Oh, you know who we could ask? The Wuhan novel respiratory coronavirus lab. The disease is the same name as the lab. That's just a little too weird, don't you think? And then they ask those scientists, they're like, how did this... So wait a minute, you work at the Wuhan respiratory coronavirus lab. How did this happen? And they're like, a pangolin kissed a turtle. And you're like, no, the name of your lab. If you look at the name, let me see your business card. Show me your business card. Oh, I work at the coronavirus lab in Wuhan. Oh, because there's a coronavirus loose in Wuhan. How did that happen? Maybe a bat flew into the cloaca of a turkey and then it sneezed into my chili and now we all have coronavirus.
No, Stephen Colbert wasn't happy about that, and he did all he could during that segment to dismiss, to lampoon his fellow lefty there, but it remains his show's funniest and most useful segments in a long, long run.
There's been an outbreak of chocolatey goodness near Hershey, Pennsylvania. What do you think happened? Like, oh, I don't know, maybe a steam shovel mated with a cocoa bean. Or it's the chocolate factory. Maybe that's it.
That could very well be, and Anthony Fauci and Francis Collins at NIH have said, like, it should definitely be investigated.
Don't stop with the logic and people and things. The name of the disease.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
The building.
Wait a second. But it could be possible. You could be right. It could be possible that they have the lab in Wuhan to study the novel coronavirus diseases, because in Wuhan there are a lot of novel coronavirus diseases because of the bat population there.
I understand.
It's like the saying,
it's
like,
a
wait a
local
second.
specialty, and it's the only place to find bats. You won't find bats anywhere else. Wait, Austin, Texas has thousands of them that fly out of a cave every night. Every night at dusk. Is there a coronavirus, an Austin coronavirus? No, it doesn't seem to be an Austin coronavirus. The only coronavirus we have is in Wuhan.
Yes.
Where they have a lab called, what's the lab called again, Stephen?
The Wuhan Novel Coronavirus Lab.
I believe that's the case.
Yeah, that was the highlight of Colbear's 33-year run, and it wasn't even courtesy of him. If you think I'm being too harsh on Colbert at his moment of need, then here's a reminder of how gleeful he was when Tucker Carlson was fired.
We have been off the air for a week. You know who else has? Tucker Carlson. The difference is I'm allowed back on. Here's what happened. Last Monday, Fox News fired Tucker Carlson. I can't believe. I finally get to say that on TV. I've been holding this in for a week. I feel like I just had the best pee of my entire life. Like him or not, and for the record, don't.
Yep, after calling more than half the country racist, sexist bigots, portraying his political opponents as modern-day Hitlers and going out of his way to promote hate and division, it's fitting that President Trump himself bids this stage 4 TDS sufferer goodbye.
Next year will be our last season. The network will be ending The Late Show in May. And yeah, I share your feelings. It's not just the end of our show, but it's the end of The Late Show on CBS. I'm not being replaced. This is all just going away.
Good riddance, and as they say in the classics, karma is a bitch.